Wait a second, so Aito has been in the academy for fucking ages, and yet he did not know that Claudia was the second best fighter? Wow, Aito might be a nice guy, but he's not exactly the brightest spark in the world. So in Asterisk War episode 6, Kirin is brought more into the story. We learn that Hughley's actually emphasizes with Aito's decision to fight Kirin, even though the fight between him and Kirin was way too forced in my opinion. I suppose that all that just shows how Hughley's is a good-natured princess despite her being so stubborn and hot-headed all the time, you know, like the real tsundere character she is. And yes, I do think that Hughley's and Aito really should change their strategy to something a little more creative if they're going to win the Phoenix Festas. And it also just occurred to me right now, why are Aito and Hughley's in the fucking academy? They don't learn anything! I know Asterisk War is not meant to be a school anime, it's more science fiction fantasy, but still, what is the point in having an academy with loads and loads of students and there being no lessons whatsoever? What does everybody learn? From what I can tell, the students just sit in the classroom and talk to each other. That's some pretty interesting schooling right there. But anyway, back to Kirin. We learn from Claudia in a scene which showcases even more pointless fan service that Kirin's uncle is one of the more powerful figures in the Asterisk world. I mean, if you wanted to look at that really deeply, I suppose you could say that it's a commentary on how the kids with powerful connections rise to the top very quickly in society, etc, etc. And at the moment, it's quite difficult to tell if Kirin's uncle is actually a true bad guy. Yes, he's not very nice to Kirin and he needs a butt kicking, but there must be some valid reason as to why he's doing such things to Kirin, or maybe there is no valid reason, and yeah, the uncle just deserves an ass kicking. So Kirin and Aito begin training together as they both have interests in swordsmanship and Kirin wants to work with someone, and surprise surprise, they're attacked. This time they're attacked by more creatures apparently created by Alicant, yet more villainous creatures created by Alicant. Alicant is evil! Then Kirin and Aito frickin' fall down a hole, and considering they are both reasonably superhuman, they are going to survive somehow. Speaking of Alicant, that Stern Girl and Ernesta are up to something bad, and Saya is some kind of fucking ninja. Will her being a ninja make up for her slow gun in future battles? So yes, this was a very expositional episode which attempts to give Kirin character development. Did she really get any developments in the end? Not really. We just learned that she has an evil uncle, she's really into swordsmanship, she wants to save her father, and she likes Aito. Obvious things that aren't really that surprising, and at the moment I'm still thinking she isn't being represented in the best way. I mean, we know Kirin's the top fighter, but she thinks she's useless. What the hell? But I hope Kirin does learn to realise that she's actually a total badass in reality and will actually grow in confidence and stop being such a weakling. She's not a weakling! And poor Saya, she's mature about not having Aito as a partner in the end, and inevitably I think Saya and Hughley's will face off sooner or later, perhaps even to win Aito as their official partner. I can tell Saya is planning something, or else why would she be given that short scene? And yes, all the fan service was fringing on excessive.